I often share this story about my start in real estate and the people with limited mindsets that were around me. You know, I didn't come from a wealthy family, and because of that, I was determined to make sure that a wealthy family started with me. I often share this story about my start in real estate, the negative people with limited mindsets that were around me, the cynical thinking people that were around me. You know, starting with my parents. My parents wanted me to be ambitious. They wanted me to strive for greatness. They wanted me to achieve great things in my life. My dad's a pastor. I grew up in the church, and my dad always taught me, Dolmar, be ambitious, strive for greatness. And when I got into college, as a junior in college, I was a balloon artist, a door-to-door salesman. I also did network marketing. I did odd jobs just to be able to pay my bills and get by. And oftentimes at the end of the month, I could never afford to pay all of my bills. Oftentimes my parents had to chip in and help me out with my rent. After being in that cycle for those couple of years, it got tiring. I got tired of being broke. I was so sick and tired of being 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 broke all the time. And I knew I wanted more out of life. I knew I had what it took to be something, to make something of myself, to achieve more in life. I didn't want to go the traditional route of going to college, getting a good degree, and getting out with my degree and getting into corporate America and climbing the rungs of that ladder and hopefully retiring one day. I know that was my father's dream, that was my parents' dreams, but that wasn't my dream. And so I know I wanted more out of life. I wanted to make something of myself, and I looked to real estate as that possibility for me. I saw one of my friends. He was broke just like I was, struggling just like I was, not making enough money just like I was, fed up, frustrated just like I was. And that summer, after our sophomore year, he found real estate. He got into real estate. You know, by our junior year, he was making a ton of money, but he wouldn't share what he was doing. He kept that secret close. And all I knew at the time was that he was doing real estate. And so knowing that information, knowing that I wanted more out of life as well, and I wanted to level up my life just like he did, I started educating myself about real estate. I read this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It opened up my eyes to the possibilities of real estate investing. And I remember going to my father at the time and letting my father know, hey Dad, I want to be a real estate investor. You see, I grew up in the church. I'm a PK, I'm a pastor's kid, and that's all I've known most of my entire life. And my father had his dream and vision for me and all of my siblings was to go to school, go to college, get a degree, graduate with a high GPA and your diploma, and go into corporate America and climb the rungs of that ladder and hopefully one day retire. That was my father's dream for me, but it was not my dream. I didn't want to build someone else's dream. I didn't want to work for someone else. I didn't want to help build someone else's vision and dream. I didn't want to have to ask permission when I could get a vacation or when I could get time off. I wanted to build my own dream. I knew that there was more out there for me, and I wanted to pursue that path. And so when I told my father, hey Dad, I want to be a real estate investor, I want to figure out how to get into this business, how to break into this business, my father looked at me and said, son, why don't you be more realistic? Why don't you stick with your plan, the plan that you have? That's the culture in America, is to get a degree and go work for someone else. So why don't you stick with that plan? And I don't fault my father, because I just knew at that time, at least I was smart enough to know at 20 years old, that my father just didn't know what he didn't know. You see, my father thought that you needed good credit, you needed a whole lot of money, and you needed to put about 20% down to even buy a property. He didn't realize that there are other ways to get involved in this business. There are other ways to get started in real estate. And unfortunately, most people think, like my father, that there's this only one way. And they also think, hey, if you're gonna do investment real estate, you have to buy the house, fix it up, and flip it. They also think that's the only way to invest in real estate. My father didn't realize that there are other ways to get involved. At the time, I didn't know so either. But I jumped into real estate nonetheless. I found an agent through my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife today. She introduced me to someone who helped me buy my first 2 properties. I way overpaid for those houses. I bought them incorrectly. I didn't make any money on those deals. Then I ended up buying 2 other properties as well. These were my first fixture-upper properties. This was my entrance into the fix and flip part of the business. And because I didn't have any construction knowledge or know-how, my contractors took advantage of my inexperience. In fact, my last property, my 4th property, completely fell down on me. I'm already broke, but now I'm immediately $35,000 in debt. That was my start in real estate. I failed on my first 4 deals. Now, most people, if they went through what I went through when I first got started in real estate, they would have given up, they would have quit. They would have thrown in the towel a long time ago. But you know what I did? I was resourceful and I thought outside the box, and I said, you know what? There is a way to make money in this business, and I found a mentor. I found a mentor who taught me the art of wholesaling. And the only difference from back then till today is it's the same strategy I do today. The only difference from back then and now is that thanks to technology, tools, and resources, you can now do this business virtually from the comfort of your own home. You can do deals anywhere in America. That's what I love about this business. You can do it from the comfort of your own home or from anywhere in the world, doing deals right here in America. Right now, at the time of doing this video, I have a deal going on in California right now. I have a deal going on in New York right now. I have a deal in Pittsburgh, and I have deals throughout Florida. Right now, completely virtually. I've never seen the houses. I've never talked to the buyers, sellers, or agents. I've never personally stepped foot in any of these houses. I've never inspected them myself. I was not involved in signing any of the purchase agreements at all to make offers on these houses. I have a team that does that for me. And that's why they call me the automated investor. I use technology and people to remove me from my business to make it a virtual and automated business. And so that's what I do right now today. And that's the beautiful thing about this business. So after I failed on my first 4 properties, I found a mentor. That mentor taught me the art of wholesaling. And the last quarter of 2005, when I got into this business, I made a lot of money that year. 20 years old, I made more money than most people make in their entire year's salary as a wholesaler. And I never turned back ever since. And so I started making upwards of, at 20 years old, I started making upwards of $40,000 or more per month as a 20-something-year-old. It was insane. I proved everybody else wrong. So here's my challenge for you. Because if I listened to all the other naysayers that were around me, I wouldn't be here today. You see, my parents didn't think it was possible. Here's the other thing. Not only did my parents not think it was possible, my closest friends, the people I look up to, the people that have the biggest influence on my life, they told me I didn't deserve to be successful. They laughed at the possibility of me being a real estate investor. They said, Dolmar, the odds are already stacked against you, so why even bother? Why even try in the first place? My ex-girlfriends at the time also made me feel like a nobody, like I was worthless. Again, these are people that had the biggest influence in my life. Dolmar, you are a balloon artist. What makes you think that you're gonna be a successful real estate investor? Are you serious? Be realistic. I want you to realize that these people, these limited thinking people that try to enroll me into their limited belief systems had the biggest influence on my life. My parents, my closest friends, and my ex-girlfriends. If I listened to them, I would not be where I am today. If I listened to them, I would not be an investor that has done well over 1,000 transactions in my career. If I listened to them, I would not be an entrepreneur that has a business that was on the Inc. 5000 list 2 consecutive years in a row. This year, at the time of doing this video, my company is ranked number 80 out of 5,000 privately owned companies in America. My company was ranked number 80 on the Inc. 5000 list. This is a prestigious list that people strive for. I never thought that that would be a milestone in my story, a milestone that I would have reached. If I listened to those limited thinking people that were in my life, that had the biggest influence on me, I would not be here today. So my challenge for you is that if you have limited thinking people in your life right now, you need to start distancing yourself from them. I want you to stop limiting your thinking, stop limiting your thoughts, your ideas, stop limiting your dreams, your passions. And for God's sake, stop surrounding yourself with limited thinking people that try to enroll you into their limited belief systems. It's only then when you make those decisions that you'll start to achieve success, that you'll start to make progress. It doesn't have to be perfect. You have to at least start making progress. All right, so that's my challenge for you. Stop limiting yourself. This is your moment. This is your time right now. It's you versus you every single day. Stop watching everybody else. Make the decision, make the commitment, and get started. You can be a success. You can be successful in anything that you choose to do, but it's a decision that only you can make for you. I can't make that decision for you. So, why are you standing in your own way? So many other people are doing it. So many people are achieving and actualizing success in this business. Why not you? Think about that. Think about the person that you must become in order to be successful. Think about the people that you must distance yourself from in order to achieve success, and take action on that. All right? Set your goals, create an action plan, and go out and execute that plan. Hey, Dolmar here. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you liked and enjoyed it, be sure to comment below and also leave me a like as well. And by the way, I got lots more content coming up like this on real estate investing, entrepreneurship, and so much more. So definitely subscribe so you never miss another video or upload. By the way, follow me on Instagram as well. My name's Dolmar. Check it out. Never miss my content there either. And I guess that's it. What else I gotta say? So like, comment on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to it as well so you never miss another upload. Follow me on IG, and I guess I'll see you in another video. Peace.